I'm excited. Let's do this. Let's not spend any more time. This is it. We're rolling. This is episode 341 of No Laugh Track Podcast. We're here at Acme Comedy Company. I'm Justin Severson, the lucky guy who gets to host this thing. My guest this week, his third time on this podcast.
Yeah.
You remember both, you listeners. It's been not quite 2 years, about a year and a half since his last time here. It's Clayton English.
Yeah, Justin, what's up, man?
What is up? Episode 212, 264, and now 341. And you even said, quote, on 264, you said, I need to come back in the 300s.
Oh, bet.
And
that
here
makes
you are.
sense. I'm back. I called it. That's a good, I like that, man. That's that Babe Ruth pointing to where you go hit the baseball. Yeah.
You called your shot.
Yeah,
Not exactly
yeah.
341, but it's in the 300s, so you made it.
Well, you going to keep going. You should, because, I mean, I like this, man.
Good.
You know what? It kind of has like an inside the actor studio vibe. But with no audience.
That's
like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, I wouldn't want that anyway. I don't want a bunch of bright-eyed people looking at you, wanting to do what you do.
Oh, man, no.
Looking to you for guidance.
Obnoxious. What is your favorite curse word?
Right.
I don't know. When people don't call it curse word.
Right.
Knock it off. Knock it off. So we got a lot to talk about here. We got updates. We got to find out about some things. I got lots of questions about some stuff that you've done. I was at the show last night. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
No, because I left. I pulled my move. I left
disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was here with my wife.
Yeah.
As soon as they come out and you were done, and then the host comes back out, and they were going to do the award.
Oh,
the guy, the one, the funniest person.
Yeah, because he was only one.
Yeah, we're on. We were already at the car when that guy was. Yeah, we were out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but we were here last night. Great show.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Great show. So that was Wednesday. You've done 2 shows so far.
Yeah.
What do you think? How are you feeling about it?
I love it, man. It's all, this is high on the list of everybody's favorite club.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like at first, I mean, coming out here, it's like, oh, I got to do a show on Tuesday. Then you get here and you're like, whoa, this is a Tuesday. And it's like, oh, okay. And then that Tuesday feels like your Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's like you get 2 Thursdays before you even get to Thursday. So, so it gives you a time to get a feel for it and everything and just see what hits. If you want to try new stuff, you get a chance to kind of do that early on and make it super tight by the weekend.
Were there new stuff thrown in last night?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit of new stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Try it out a little bit. But, I don't try stuff that I haven't had success with usually.
Okay.
I owe it to the people to give them a decent show.
Sure.
So.
Last time you were here, your album was out already, All the Same. How
Yes.
close are you to the next one?
I'm there. I'm about there. I just got to do it. I think I got the material that I want to do, but also I'm trying to see about a special also. Like that's the next goal I think I want to hit. But people like the album, and people ask me about another one all the time. They're like, man, I need another one. When you going to do another? I'm like, all right. Because it's really not that complicated, but it is. The toughest part for me was tracking it, going through, listening, and figuring out which tracks. And,
Really?
Yeah, take this, cut this, how you want to title this. That was the hardest part for me. Like, because it's really just, you set it up at a place you like or a place that you're going, and they record it, and it is what it is.
You could find somebody you trust and give that job to them. Let somebody else title the tracks.
No, I can't do that, man.
They're your babies?
Yeah, it's part
Nobody's changing this diaper but me.
Yeah, as agonizing as it is, you gotta be there for it.
All
you
right.
know what I mean? So yeah, that was the hardest part. So really, yeah, I think I'm getting there. Material wise, I'm there. Mentally, about 78%.
All right,
well, there.
That's a big part.
Yeah.
we didn't do an episode of this podcast last week, but we did 2 the previous week because it was Crash and Burn week here.
Okay.
Your buddy Michael Palisak.
Oh yeah, that's my dude, man.
Yeah,
that's my dude.
Did you? So I'm going to tell you about what Crash and Burn is because I have some questions about that whole thing. But Michael. You know him from doing Last Comic Stand, right?
He was in the top 5, so we were on that tour together, and that was a.
You got any good stories from him being with him on the road?
Nah, man, Michael's a cool dude. He eats cereal with water, but
that's wrong.
He does. That's the only thing. No, he's a great dude, man. And we were in it was 76 shows in 90 days. So just being with those people, But
you didn't hate him by the end of it.
No, I didn't really hate anybody. Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were like surprised at the end. We were like, "Hey, we not bad, huh?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because we heard stories, but yeah. So
the Crash and Burn is a thing they do here every year at Acme, where they have it's 4 comics, and they each it's Tuesday through Saturday, just like the week you're doing here. But you show up and you have your material has not been done before in front of a paying crowd.
okay,
Let's put it this way: you haven't done it on stage before.
Okay.
Maybe you've said it on maybe you said a story on a podcast, or
Right,
maybe you
right.
used it as a tweet or something. But you've never done it in front of a crowd, and you come up here and it's 20 minutes. It's not 19 and a half minutes.
Right,
It's
right.
20 minutes.
20 minutes
and you're up here either doing great or bombing.
Right.
And then throughout the week, they have writing sessions all week. All 4 comics get together, work on each other's stuff, and then hopefully by Saturday second show,
Right,
you've got a pretty
right.
decent 20, something you can bring with you for the rest of your career.
Right.
Have you ever done anything close to that?
No, not like that. Like I've done it just like I've taken something to the stage just because I was that excited about it.
Okay.
And it might not have been ready to go on stage.
Yeah.
And your excitement, it definitely fades when it doesn't do what you wanted it to. But nah, that sounds super cool. Like, yeah. So they just 20 minutes never done on stage. And how does that go? Like, what is like?
Well,
are some
thankfully-
people out the gate and it hits?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's dope.
And
Yeah.
they also sometimes the shows go so well Tuesday that they get like a false sense of security, and then Wednesdays
okay.
for
Right,
Crash,
right.
part of the Crash and Burn, the name.
Yeah.
It's really entertaining. A lot of people will go early in the week and then go again later in the week to see how
Right.
things have tightened up and changed and moved
Nah, that's
around
cool.
and everything.
I never heard of that
Yeah.
before.
You should.
Are y'all the only place that does that?
Well, it's a comedian named Tim Slagle. It's
Okay.
his project. And
Okay.
he's one of the 4 comedians always involved,
Right.
and he has a hand in picking who gets to participate. So
Nice.
maybe you get your name in with
Nice.
Tim. You come do.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
somebody
if I
new
want to
every year.
burn. I don't know if I want to crash and burn. Like
The crowd, and that's what's good. I don't know if I just said this, but the crowd, since it's been going on for 8, I think this was the 8th year this
Okay.
has been done.
Yeah.
So some crowds come back and they get it.
Yeah,
they're going to give you a little extra,
Yeah, a little leeway.
Little leeway.
Got you.
Yeah, like, oh, we know what's going on here. You're working on it. That's all right. That's all right.
Nah, but that's perfect for somebody like Michael Palisak because he writes like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a day that he wasn't in his notebook.
Sure, he was good. He did well. I only had
yeah.
time to go to one of the shows. I went to like the Wednesday show that week, and everybody was good. It's
Yeah.
all different degrees of
Right,
how they
right.
attack it. It's pretty interesting. Did you see Chance the Rapper? Did you hear about what he did this week?
No.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah. I like Chance
Yeah.
for the most part, what he does. I don't know him personally, but what did he do? That's why I prefaced it with that.
Oh, I mean, you've heard of the hashtag Me Too? No.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, come on, Chance.
Oh,
don't
he's
do
my
this.
that's my
Don't
boy.
do this. You had a gospel rap album. What are you doing?
He tried stand-up.
Chance tried stand-up. Okay.
Yes.
And how did it go?
Well, there's some audio of it. I'm not going to play that.
Is it
but
wrong that I want him to get booed?
No, I don't think so.
I want him to get booed.
You do, because
Because, damn it, man, look, most comedians, this is all we got. This is it for us. Mm-hmm. Oh, you multi-talented people, don't. Unless you've been doing it, don't come over here with that. Like, Jamie Foxx already pisses me off, but he's been doing comedy, acting, and singing, so
Yeah.
he's grandfathered in.
Okay.
Chance, don't you get on that comedy stage, man. Were you doing this when your first mixtapes were out? No.
right.
No, so don't do that to us. That's how I feel. But I mean, I'm not hating, but I hope he gets booed.
Chance the Rapper. I'm reading this from
Probably ripped too.
TMZ. Chance the Rapper made his stand-up comedy debut this week at the Laugh Factory in Chicago.
Okay,
Of course, his
Chicago Laugh
hometown.
Factory. I've been there. That's a cool club, man. Shout out to them.
I thought you were about to say, man, they won't give me any stage time. They haven't got a hold of your mixtape. That's all
Right. See?
TMZ has video of his impromptu set when he apparently got up on stage during a date with his wife. He leads off with a bit about what different people know him for, culminating in a fart joke. about his work with Chicago Public Schools. He also did a bit about realizing all news was fake after he got a HD TV, which I don't know why that's funny, but all right.
Fart jokes.
Yeah.
Chance, fart jokes, really?
Huh?
Come on, man. All right.
It doesn't say anything about knock knock, so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how far he went.
All right, well, my mixtape's on the way out. I'm stepping on y'all's toes. Also, that's funny. I didn't know Chance tried to. You know, everybody wants that, though. Most rappers want to be comedians. I say musicians.
Yeah,
want to be comedians.
Mm-hmm.
And comedians want to be musicians. We would love to get up here and have the people sing along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There's a podcast I listen to with Andy Kindler and Josh Weinstein. It's called Thought Spiral, and they do a little break in the show about halfway through every week. And they, their jobs, they're writers and comedians, stand-ups. But they, in this little break they do, they often play music that they made from like earlier in their careers.
Right.
Yeah, because like Andy Kindler, that's what he wanted to be. He was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like tried really hard.
Yeah.
You never know. Do you ever have any aspirations of doing music, Clayton?
No, not really. I mean, it looks cool. It's great. You want people to sing along, but no.
Did you take any instruments? You ever play any instruments?
Yeah, I played the saxophone, but I wasn't good at it. It was like in band in like middle school.
Like in middle school?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be cooler than it was.
Chicks would like it,
yeah.
Right?
Well, not really. I just thought it was cool. I liked how it sounded. Like my parents used to listen to a lot of like jazz and stuff. So I was like, yeah, the saxophone. And then I was like, nah, this is terrible. Like I could never quite get it. And then like, you stop showing up with reeds, then you get in trouble.
Right.
Like, I didn't know. Woodwinds? What are we doing? I thought you just blew into it. Like,
stop showing up with reeds. Was that one of those instruments with the gross like thing you had to clean out, like the spit valve or whatever?
Yeah, it had one, but it wasn't as gross as like the brass.
Yeah,
like the brass. Yeah, they would be. Yeah, slobbing.
I did violin for a little while.
Trombone. The violin, see, that's cooler than it leads you on.
You think so?
Yeah.
I felt forced for a while to do it. Then as soon as I had a chance
forced?
to quit.
Did you get good at it?
No.
You know what? That's because they don't teach us the cool shit on the violin.
Yeah, it was like, what was the song? It was all different variations of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
See, that nobody wants to really do that. See, if they would show, if they showed kids how to make the cartoon noises that violins make.
Hell yeah!
You like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like ding 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 ding. Like if they showed you how to do that shit, like, yo, that's Bugs Bunny on his tippy toes. Yeah. You would learn how to play it.
Yes.
You would learn how to play it. We're not going to sit here and listen to this classical orchestrated.
Holy shit, I would have got all my friends together.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding,
right. Y'all could have done all type of stuff, man. Like they used the wrong thing to talk to the youth. That's why I'm going to open a Montessori school.
I was going to say, where's your school opening, man? Will it be in Atlanta or wherever you live?
Yeah, I think it'll be in Atlanta, man. It's going to be very, very limited enrollment.
Starting his own school.
That's funny. But yeah, they should. It's certain things that make stuff cooler. If you would just present that and then,
Hey, you just sparked something I've been thinking about recently. My wife and I have a daughter who is 13. Mm-hmm. So she's like, developed. Well, I don't even know if this is the right way to say it. She's got her own. She chooses what she wears. There's a style now among people that age.
Right.
And so like 13, 14, I don't know if you've noticed how they dress, but they will wear. They basically dress like my parents did, like my dad did. So what I'm saying is there's some sort of, I love the fact that like we try so hard to not be like the people before us,
right?
But then you end up being the one before that,
right?
Like
right.
My daughter wears like black socks pulled up as far as they go with sandals,
right.
Like holy fuck, if we did that when I was her age,
right? You're gonna get roasted.
You would have got beat up probably. Somebody would have taken your shoes, hit you with them,
right? So like the dad shoes now,
yes.
in the stuff is that's what's in.
It amazes me. You have no idea. Someday you're gonna look back and see how silly this looks. You're all gonna you're gonna laugh at it.
Right. And the stuff they were laughing at you for, that's how they kids gonna be dressing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. Hey, I watched I was going through some of your social media you, and I saw you with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And the first, I think there's a couple things with Will Smith you got going on, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the comedy one here first.
Oh, where he did the stand-up with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
So
why did I see a video with you, and was your buddy Noah in there too?
Yep,
Yeah.
he was there. It was some more people I can't even think right now. Everybody, Real Battle was there. Janelle James. It was some more people.
I know Janelle James.
Yeah. It was. My mind is not that good right now because I smoke. But no, it was. He has a show on YouTube called Bucket List.
Yeah,
and it's basically him doing these things. Like Will Smith is like the way he explains stuff. Sometimes, like you could see it from afar and be like, "Oh, okay, whatever." But when he explains stuff, like his fear is being afraid. That's his fear.
Okay.
So anything that scares him or anything that he's trying to not do or doesn't really feel comfortable doing, he tries to embrace it and actually do it. So
okay.
Bucket List was that. Like he jumped out of a plane. What else did he do? Swam with sharks. He raced like an F1 car, but stand-up is on his list of bucket list things that like scare him. And it's like, yeah, so he just had us give him our, take on stand-up, what it is, how he should do it, how he should perform, and we gave him a little info, and then he did it with Dave Chappelle. Like, soon they did it out in Vegas. I didn't go to the show. I was
did
doing
you see
something
it
else.
at all?
I saw it on, you can watch his set on
the show.
Yeah, it's on there. So,
okay. And
it's pretty much the whole set. So, and it's funny.
How much did he do? Like 5 minutes? 3?
Yeah, he did I think he did about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
About a good 5 minutes, and he had an idea of stuff. And I mean, he's already like, we were already like, you already do this somewhat. Like, you could tell an interesting story.
Sure.
And you're a celebrity, so your celebrity buys you about 10 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying? And you're not just a regular celebrity. Like, you're that dude. Like,
pick a story from every set you've been on, and you could do an hour.
Yeah, easy. And he has those kinds of stories, and he'll just tell them, and I'm like, whoa, you've never, like, people don't know these, like, so, yeah, but it was cool. That was super dope to just be a part of it, and, yeah.
First time you'd met him was for that?
No, I had met him another time. I had worked with him a couple of times. Like, he has a company that kind of handles like social media stuff and digital stuff, and I've worked with them.
Oh, okay.
So I met him do that, and then got to do some other things with him. So yeah, I mean, he looks out. He keeps comedians and the people that he has hired keep comedians in when they need funny stuff.
Oh,
like
right
he
on.
likes to get good people for whatever he's doing. Like if he's learned how to skydive, he's gonna get the best skydive dude or whatever. So if he's like, I need something to be funny, let me find some funny people. So
wouldn't that be nice to have that power to be able to go out and find that person?
Yes.
Like, yeah, sure. You know what? I want that. I'm not a very good cook.
Right.
Today, Clayton, I'm after we do this, I'm going to go pick up my kids and have to feed them dinner tonight.
Right.
I have no idea what to feed them. I'd love to have an expert, fucking
show you.
Wolfgang Puck, come over and fucking Rachel Ray me a dinner.
Yeah,
like,
everybody
that'd be great.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody is not
Well, guess
able.
what? I don't have those connections, so I'm probably going to...
We got to make do.
Yeah.
You can watch a YouTube video, though. You could do something.
Okay, there's YouTube. There's always YouTube. I got some cookbooks, too.
I just learned how to pan-sear salmon, so...
Oh.
Yeah. Changed the game for me.
From YouTube?
Changed it. No, it wasn't YouTube. It was something I was watching in a hotel room because I was too lazy to change the channel. And then it got good. I was like, oh, shit. Like, let me take this recipe down.
Wish there was a kitchen in here.
I know, right?
Get started right now. Did you see the new Aladdin with Will Smith?
I didn't see it with
the
him.
Genie?
I didn't see it with him.
No, I don't mean sitting next to him.
I didn't go to the premiere.
Yeah. So then I think I saw another thing that you have done with Will Smith, possibly.
What'd you see?
Well, I don't know. You want to set up some movie?
Yeah, I went to the set of Bad Boys.
Okay.
Not sure I was supposed to be there.
Really?
I was there.
So
no,
what was
no,
that?
I was supposed to. But
So what's going on there?
Yeah, no,
I saw you write something like "Dream Come True." Big fan of the first two.
Yeah, because, like, that's me and my little brother's movie. Like, Bad Boys, like, he tells me that's the first rated R movie that he saw.
Your brother.
I took him, my little brother. So it's like, okay, cool. We used to watch it, and it's one of those things. We love Will Smith. We love Martin Lawrence. We loved action movies. So then they came together, and it was good.
Yeah.
Like, we were, first weekend it comes out, we were in line for it. And just to get to be there, and I'm on set, and I'm seeing how the movie actually works, and I'm watching it come together, and, like, contributing. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah.
So that was filming. Where was that?
Atlanta and Miami. Mostly Atlanta, but they had to get
a
some
place
Miami.
you're familiar with.
Yeah, and I was there, I was home, so it was long hours, but just to get to see how a movie of that scale worked. I've never been a part of anything that big, that size. So
how much are you really? What's your role? What do you?
No role. I was
Anything?
just I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't say anything.
Shouldn't?
But
Okay.
I'm not giving nothing away, but yeah, I was just there to kind of punch up stuff, put stuff in voices that people felt more comfortable saying stuff. So yeah, it was and just to be there, and, like, I know action movies, so it's like it was certain points where it was like, oh, this is the Slumdog Millionaire. Remember how he knew all the answers because it was stuff in his life.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it kind of was. It was like, what should we do with this? I was like, oh, well, what would be cool? Because I seen it in this action movie. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I was like, yeah. So it's stuff like that. It's like, on the fight scenes, like, I'm just suggesting stuff that kind of makes sense. Like, like, I was like, because, like, this movie, like, on Bach, like, one of the things is, like, the fights hit harder because they break shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay. And then just to see, like, because I'm not saying do this. I'm putting the idea out there, and I'm hoping it catches and this is cool to see sometimes if other people are like, oh yeah, I like that, or sometimes, and if they don't, they will dead it. You know what I'm saying? If
Sure,
it's not,
sure.
so,
they don't know you. They don't know what to you.
Yeah, no, they'll I definitely had my share of flops.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, man.
I think I saw that movie comes out next year, probably January or something.
I think it's 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. The summer date would be dope, but I think they're going for, like, I think that January.
God, man, those originals, people freaking loved those movies.
Man, so and we spent a lot of time just, like, on the set, like, just when we had downtime and when we were doing stuff, just talking about what made those movies good. And I think is of course it's their chemistry, but it's the dynamic of we argue with each other in the middle of this dangerous shit, but I'm not going to let anything happen to we're not going to let anything happen to each other, but their best moments are when they're at odds with each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, and also it's like a theme that they do where they argue as, like, a distraction. They'll argue with each other, and then they'll flip the guns on the bad guys. And it's like, man, like, come on. It's a good dynamic.
How was Martin Lawrence?
Oh, man, he's awesome.
Had you met him before?
No, this is my first time meeting him. So, you want to give him space, but I almost geeked out a little bit. I was like, hey, man, I'm a big fan.
Right?
Like,
I mean,
cool.
You're a little bit younger than me, but not, his comedy career was pretty big.
Oh no, that was he was that dude.
I remember I saw he had a special in theaters. I went to a movie theater once and saw a comedy special of his.
He had two.
Was there two?
He had
saw
two.
One of them for sure.
He had You So Crazy, and then he had Run Tell That, and I think Run Tell That was the wide release.
That's the one
theaters.
I saw. Was Run Tell That?
Yep, that was the second one. And people were, man, he was big. Even Def Comedy Jam when he was hosting. That's why people were turning in. That's why people were tuning in. And then his show, well, first of all, I watched Martin coming up. But then when I got my first apartment, I couldn't afford cable. But Target had the DVD sets. You would get 2 seasons of Martin for like $15 or something. Like, it would be like the first 2 seasons, then the third and fourth. And I bought it, and that stayed on play, like, in my house, like, everything bonus features. So, like, and some of that stuff is just timeless. Like, because his show, like, now that I look at it, it's a mix of a sitcom and a sketch comedy show, which is something you don't see very often.
It was good. That was a show that you had to watch because everybody was talking about it the next day at school.
Yeah. Like, did you see that episode? Like,
People were doing impressions of Martin.
Like.
Come on, Gina.
That's crazy. Damn.
People still
Gina.
saying that.
Yeah, man.
I think my kids say it.
Right,
they don't even know where
they
it's
don't
from.
even know where it came from. But nah, he was super cool, man. And like, he's I mean, both of them to be that big and just to see like their circle of people that's around them, like they've been around them for a while. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, oh yeah, I've been here since Martin was on the air.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, you were on the show. I know you. Yeah. I recognize you. And then same thing with like Will's people. Like, you know, he's got people with him that's like, oh, well, we worked on the Fresh Prince, and like I'm like, but it's like if they got you there, that's who you want around you.
Yeah,
so,
hell yeah.
That was cool to see.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm going to take a look at my notes here. But last time you were here, did you? So I don't know because I don't really watch the show that much. Just every now and then. Did you ever make it? Did they air? Did you make Brooklyn Nine-Nine last time you were here?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I think. Hopefully, I don't get cut off.
Yeah.
So were you in it?
I made it. I made it. I was in the episode.
Okay.
With I think the Lieutenant Holt, and I think I had a scene. It was like I was a security guard at the prison or whatever. So. It made it in there. I was happy for that.
Are you still living in L.A.?
Yeah, still out there.
Now, one of the things you told me last time was that part of that move was to be closer to auditions.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And just try to, because just to be in their face and get more, like I've dedicated, about 15 years to just stand up, just trying to be good at it, and it's gotten me. I'm happy. I'm happy where I am in that, and I'm just trying to take that same approach with the other side of stuff, the acting, the writing, and it's been cool. Like I've gotten, like I had a show get picked up. Me and Noah Garden Schwartz.
I saw this.
Had a show get picked up. And then I don't know if I'm jumping ahead of your notes.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, True TV. We had a show get picked up, and the Hollywood machine, man. They pulled the plug. It was a Time Warner merger with Turner, I believe. So
that fast?
Yeah, we shot a pilot already, and that's where we got picked up from. And then we were going to work. We had set up the writers' room. We had the writers' room staffed.
Damn,
we had we had the episodes. It was some people that I knew and that I wanted to work with, and we were looking forward to it. We had a good team. I think showrunner, head writer, both good dudes, came from The Daily Show, among other things, and worked on some cool stuff. So I think it was shaping up to be something cool. But that's how the game goes, and it's like, oh man, like.
So is that
almost there?
Is that an idea you can hold on to? Is it still yours? Can you bring it to somebody else?
It's not mine. It's actually the production company's, and me and Noah kind of helped shape it.
Okay.
But if they wanted to shop it anywhere else, I would be. I don't know how everything works out as far as. The contracts and stuff.
Sure.
But if they did, I would. Like, because I think it was going to be good, man. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things, like, sometimes you work on stuff, you're like, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. Like, we didn't really feel like that. We were like, oh, okay, I can see that. Okay. I can see this, so.
On stage last night, you mentioned that you were on a thing on Netflix, an episode of The Fix.
Yes.
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley, Jimmy Carr, and that show was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Sarah
Have you seen
Tiana.
it? Yeah.
Well,
I'm on the episode with her.
I watched your episode.
Yeah. And Sarah's cool too. So
I think they only did one season of that. It's done. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I wanted them to do more, man.
Here's my impression of that. I want to give you my impression of that show.
Okay.
I anything that brings more comedy on TV or anywhere, I'm very supportive of that.
Yeah.
I have a little critique for that show. I feel like I don't like when it seems so staged and not off the cuff. Like, I want to be impressed by how you can come up with something right away. When I can tell that you had notes and you got to research and that you had this joke sitting right in front of you, I'm less impressed. And I'm not saying you specifically, Clayton, but I'm just saying, like, just in general. It reminded me of that show, Byron Allen comics, where it's like Comics Unleashed.
Yeah.
There was never a leash. This is the tamest thing I've ever fucking seen. But there were so I watched your episode and there were some laughs.
Yeah.
You were probably the funniest one on there.
Right.
Sarah was really good. And,
Right.
I mean, I laughed, but I also feel like I don't know. Like
I know they were trying to bridge that British panel show to American market because that's like a big thing over there.
Okay.
The panel shows.
Okay.
But also the thing that we want from it is the thing that I think British panel shows cater to. They're allowed to be a little more wordy and say stuff. But I think people like the off-the-cuff things that happen. But a lot of even my mom, that's what she watches, British television.
Oh.
What is it? The BritBox or whatever. I think you could buy it like on Amazon. It's like a channel and it's
I have
all
no idea.
Yes, this is my mom's shit. Like
Okay.
I come in, she's watching Miss Marple. Who the fuck is Miss Marple? I don't know, but she's on the screen.
Okay.
So, like, you see it on, like, I'll see sometimes on the panel shows, and it's like, oh, okay, I see. Like, if you did it for an American audience, you would just want people to, like, flow with the conversation. Like, I think, like, you would let it go and just maybe it's more editing. But if you get clean takes, everybody saying everything. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely seen it on the British show and their shows, and it's like they want it to be ready right there at the, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Truth be told, I listened to it. So I actually listened to it. I didn't watch it, which seems weird because it's Netflix, but I didn't have time. So I downloaded it on my phone and listened to it on the
That's
drive
crazy.
here in my car.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You listen to it like a podcast.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But I don't know if I missed it, I don't
Oh,
know.
no, you missed it, man. You got to see the visuals. You got to see my hand gestures.
Right.
Every joke has at least 2 pantomimes. No, I'm just playing.
AP Bio. Did you do an episode of that too,
did
huh?
an episode of that. That was awesome.
A show that they're not bringing back right now.
That was a good show.
People loved.
People loved it.
Loved that show.
It was a good show. It was one of those, man, I
A
hope
sitcom that people actually gave compliments to, which is rare right now.
And I think just being on that set, it was a good vibe. Like, actually, I hope they get picked up somewhere else.
It
or
might.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially they were on NBC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully they can find life on something else because just their set was like a good vibe. It was fun. Everybody was welcoming. Everybody was super cool. Like, yeah. And it was fun. I had a foot fetish on the show.
What?
On the episode, yeah. Like to dress women's feet up in toe clothes. And I had a little case of toe clothes. And
It didn't. Al Bundy, I think, had a foot fetish, and he sold women's shoes on Married with Children.
in real life?
No, not.
Oh, I thought you were saying Ed O'Neill.
Wouldn't that be great? Hey, could you write this into my character?
And he works at a women's shoe store. All right, whatever. I mean, that's where he wants to work. It is a dead-end job.
So you didn't bring that with you as a suggestion on the set?
Nah. They just
Here, this is my own stuff.
right.
Little toe cleavage.
Yeah, this is, and it was a whole family set of toe clothes. It was like a tux and a bride dress.
What the hell?
Yeah, it was. They made it. It was props. I didn't show up with these, man. Stop trying to put that out there.
I hope somewhere that they'll sell old props from TV shows when they're done. I hope that ends up somewhere.
Right, they should. I want to buy some old props of stuff, because I know it's stuff that people didn't even care about that I would love to have, from old sets.
Here's something. So last time we were here, we briefly talked. I brought up something about jerseys, like sports jerseys.
Oh yeah,
and there was there was a company that was going to be renting them out, and you and I talked about this.
I remember that. Yeah.
So I looked it up today. They already went out of business. A year ago, they went out of business.
Man, I knew that wasn't go.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sustainable business model.
Nope. So it lasted less than a year. They didn't get enough jerseys. They didn't get enough business.
Right.
It's dead.
They could have called me. They could have leased. I would have leased some out. I do want that Minneapolis jersey, the Prince themed one.
From the Timberwolves?
Yeah. That was cool.
You like that one?
Dope.
Yeah.
I just like the Prince theme with it, and it's not too many cities that
as someone who lives in Minnesota, I'm a Prince fan for a long time. Still, I love his music when it comes on. I also kind of think there's there's so many products now. With his
capitalize
logo.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think
he would want
be okay
that.
with this.
Right.
I mean, I'm not somebody that should be speaking for Prince, and I'm not trying to.
Right.
From the little I knew about him.
Well, he didn't want anybody, like, his stuff wasn't on streaming sites. His stuff wasn't on, you couldn't YouTube it. It wasn't, Spotify or Pandora. And then when he passed this, let's go.
Yeah,
and it's like...
Everybody's got his mute now. Every play, they don't pull it off YouTube anymore. All of a sudden, every live performance and people bootlegged is up on there. But I went at the Twins game the other day, and at their little novelty stand, there's like a dozen or so products with Prince's logo on it.
Wow!
Like, isn't this?
Yeah.
Do we know he was? I know he liked the Vikings. Was he a huge baseball fan?
Well, he played basketball, so I just hope he would be cool with the Timberwolves.
That's true. The late night basketball.
According to Charlie Murphy, rest in peace. Two great dudes.
That's right. We all know about those legendary games.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, no, I feel you. Like, that stuff really, like, it's out there. So it popped up. But I like cities that are able to do that. Like, Brooklyn did it with the Biggie jersey, but
oh, really?
They were inspired by the Coogee sweater because he wore a Coogee sweater sometimes.
Yeah.
But then now the Coogee people are trying to sue him because they're like, you're trying to mimic our pattern. I just want, like, Atlanta. I would want, like, if we had an inspired jersey, maybe it'd be Outkast. I don't know who else it would be from Georgia or from Atlanta. You know.
I don't know. You'd know better than me, I guess.
That wouldn't be bad, though. I could deal with an Outkast-inspired jersey.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if Drake influenced the Raptors jerseys, like, because they made him, like, the ambassador for the Raptors, which is why he's such an asshole on the court side.
Yeah.
Man. Congratulations to the Raptors, you asshole. I don't care.
How about the fact that they have jerseys that say, what, North or whatever? Up north
that's the one he got. Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Minneapolis is more north than Toronto.
See there? Look.
So you didn't even get your geography right.
It's just, I love Toronto. I love Canada. It's great. It's just, I don't like y'all winning at stuff that we should be winning at. Like, I know. Basketball was invented in Canada, I think. The peach basket shit or some shit, but y'all weren't doing it right. I know y'all weren't dunking. I know you weren't. You weren't.
Not until Vince Carter played for the Raptors.
Y'all were playing it wrong. You didn't even have to dribble. It was played on ice.
Right. You just dropped the ball and it slid to your teammate.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you see there was like Babe Ruth calling the shot, like you calling episode 341.
Yep.
The Babe Ruth jersey just sold. It was a record for the most expensive sports memorabilia.
How much?
It was a jersey he wore from 1928 to 1930. Which seems crazy. Like, now they think they get a new jersey every half inning.
Damn, man. I think this is your uniform. You got one.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. He had to bring it home and launder it himself.
Right.
$5.64 million for a Babe Ruth jersey.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Where did they get this? Somebody just had it? Relative or?
It must have been.
Because did you hear about the Jordan, it was the Air Jordan 1, and it was signed by Michael Jordan, and the dude found it in an abandoned mall while they were, like, I guess, getting the mall ready for demolition or whatever. And he said he remembers that it was in this sports store, like, in a glass case, and I guess they just forgot about it and left it. He found it. The story went public, and of course, the dude who owned the store was like, "Hey,
that's fine.
Give me my goddamn shoe."
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how that's gonna pan out, but man, $5 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
I wouldn't lease that one out to anybody.
No, you shouldn't wear that one. You might want to put that one up,
covered up in plastic.
Right.
So there's this comedy festival that's coming to the Twin Cities. I don't know too much about it, but I've seen some of the names performing, and one of them is 89-year-old Bob Newhart.
What?
Yes,
I rock with Bob Newhart, man. I ain't know he's still doing stand-up.
Yeah, I read a little article about it. He's doing 5, maybe 6 shows a year now. He's 89.
That's crazy.
89.
That's what I'm trying to be, though, man. Bob Newhart. I fuck with comedy, like albums. So like Bob Newhart albums would always be dope.
Really? You like him?
Yeah, because he had those one-sided conversations.
Yeah.
He had the conversation where he's on the phone and you can only hear what he's saying, but you can hear the whole conversation like you know it. So, yeah, I used to love that. Like,
did you have a parent that liked that stuff, or how did you? What were you listening to Bob Newhart? Because I would say my dad was an influence of. I mean, the TV shows. He had 2 different TV shows when I was in the 80s.
Yeah, the shows. People, I watched that with this is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Like,
hell yeah.
So I rocked with that, and then like I just started listening to comedy albums. Like I found something that my parents had, and then I started buying them. So it started with me watching comedy specials, like HBO specials, like Robin Harris and George Carlin. That's who I remember watching first and being like, oh, this shit is crazy. Like, this is good. Like, I was a kid, like 5 or 6, but I was like, this dude just talked for an hour. It was funny the whole time. So, started listening to older albums, and I just buy them. They would be cheap at, like, record stores. We had a record player, so you start listening to stuff. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Then you get the Bob Newhart ones. You got Mom's Mabley albums. You got Red Fox albums, and just thinking about like the time and the place and where they were doing it and how they were doing it. It's like you could almost hear it. Like you could hear the glasses tinking. You're like, oh, this is the cocktail bar. This is
isn't that cool?
You know what I'm saying? This is a burlesque lounge or whatever, and he's hosted this shit or like so.
Freaking Bob Newhart. I love
man. 89.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How many new jokes do you think he's sliding in that set?
Man, what if it's he probably does. He probably got new stuff. I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's how I want to do it. Wasn't his show a dream or some shit?
Yeah.
Like at the end, the first one was, okay, cool. Like he woke up and, yeah.
You're, let's see, I got another thing I want to bring up to you about, another comedian. Let's see here. You're from Atlanta. You know Caleb, right?
Yes.
Caleb Synan.
Yep.
I'm saying his name right. I always forget saying that correctly. Did you see his tweet that went viral the other day?
No. What did he tweet?
The picture. I did a screenshot of it this morning, just so I would have it here. And at that point, it had 195,000 likes.
Nice.
Yeah. 26.7 thousand retweets. This was from 2 days ago. And I want your opinion on this. He said, wow, just had to unfollow OJ. He's funny on Twitter, but give him a Google. You will not like him anymore.
Yo, that's hilarious. Caleb is a fool, man. But OJ's on social media.
Are you following OJ?
No.
Okay.
I'm not following OJ. And if he's following you, you should be worried.
Right?
What are you doing? Like, nah, man, I don't know. OJ just like, he wants the attention still, and I get it, but I'm not gonna be there for it. I can't.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Like, just let it, like, because you're not on Twitter, like, just, hey, I'm on here. You're, like, on here, like, yeah, I'm answering questions. I'm here to set the record straight. I got a score to settle. Yeah. You can't settle no scores, buddy. Like,
boy, choose your words differently, man.
Yes.
Really? Are you hearing this? Are you reviewing these videos before you post?
Right.
Yeah. I saw that. I
hilarious.
I ended up watching the one the other day from OJ because I saw a headline that I wanted to hear it from his words about how he said about how Khloe Kardashian's is not his daughter.
Right.
He needed to clarify that.
Right. He needed to clear, and that he didn't smash Kris Jenner. And okay,
she wasn't attracted to me, and I was not attracted to her. Oh,
right.
All right.
Okay.
Jeez, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't, huh?
OJ, man, look. Just go somewhere. Sit down. The crazy part is white women still like him. What is going on? This is why the world is crazy. I saw a video of him hanging out with some women like at an Applebee's. I'm like, why? All right.
His money goes farther there.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably. There you go.
Those beers are big, man.
Half price
at Applebee's. Yeah, we'll have two Brutuses over here. I don't remember if that's Applebee's. I think it is. So I tried to look up. I like, and I've done this with you in the past. I try to look up like interesting or funny news stories from people's hometown. One time, I brought up about the lady that got lost in Coke Land or whatever.
Oh
it was.
yeah,
Coca-Colaville.
Yeah.
She got lost after hours.
Yeah, she was trying to find a secret.
Right.
We know what you were doing.
Yeah, you're from Pepsi trying to get that recipe.
Right.
The best thing, I mean, we're not going to get into the shitty news out of Georgia in the last month. And Tiffany Haddish, I saw, canceled a comedy show this weekend because of some laws in that state.
Well, when our show got picked up, before it got canceled, when it got picked up, we were shooting in Atlanta.
Oh.
And Noah posted they were shooting in Atlanta, and then somebody was like, "Why would you post this today?" Oh. And I'm like, I don't know what she's responding to, and then that's what she was responding to, and she's like, "Would you consider shooting somewhere else?" And so I hope y'all are happy.
Yeah.
I was just playing.
Now you're looking for a job.
No, but that's terrible. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. No, we don't need to. We don't need to get into that serious stuff. But that of course is probably the biggest story coming out of Georgia these days. And I saw that Tiffany Haddish canceled a concert she was going to do, a show she was going to do. But
shout out to Tiffany too. She's cool people.
Right on. Coming to America 2.
I saw this.
Is going to be filming in Atlanta.
Oh, they're filming in Atlanta? I did not know that. Okay. I just saw Jermaine Fowler's supposed to do something with it. Yeah, he's attached to it.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah. The two names I know are Eddie and Jermaine Fowler.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Is it going to be, I don't know. I'm eager to see, man. Hey, if y'all need me in Atlanta, I got a place to stay. So.
Right?
No, Coming to America, that's another one of those movies that I think it's just in the zeitgeist. Like it's always going to be funny.
They better bring back Arsenio if Eddie's.
Oh, he's got to be. He's got to be.
Yeah.
He got to be. And they got to play other characters.
Yeah. God, that was so.
They said that's actually how they sold the movie, was the idea of them playing other characters.
Really?
They said because they took it and they were like, yes, I don't think it's not enough there, and so. Then they were like, well, what if we play the people we see in New York? So then I heard they went to the makeup dude, and he got dressed up like the old
Jewish guy.
Yeah. And was going around to the set and just flirting with people, talking and shit. And nobody knew it was Eddie Murphy. And then they told him it was him at the end of the day. And then they were like, okay, let's do it.
God, such a classic movie that led to a lot of, roles like that.
Yeah.
Man. I am Akeem. I have been placed in charge of garbage.
Right.
Remember, when you think of garbage, think of Akeem.
Louis Anderson in there.
Louis,
come on.
McDowell's.
See, I was just like you. Now I'm on fries.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
In a small role.
Crook. Yep.
In a really small role.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is there anything else we should be talking about here? Anything else you got going on? Any other acting things coming out?
Oh, man. Nah, nothing I can think of right now, man.
I saw you were on that. I watched your segment on the Comedy Central.
Oh yeah, New Negroes with Barron and Open Mic. Yeah, man, that's my people. That was good. So yeah, that's out there. Laugh tracks on True TV. I got another one of those coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but shout out to Baron Vaughn and Open Mike Eagle, man. That show's super cool, man. Got to put some people on it. You might not ordinarily see on TV and stuff. And it's just good. I'm happy for anybody that gives comedians a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's even why I like True TV, even though it didn't work out. I felt like they did give comedians a pretty fair shot over the years.
Sure.
So
it could always be something else.
Yeah. You could always go back to the court TV.
That's right. Oh, that is what it was, wasn't it?
You could always go back to court TV, but... Why would you want to?
That's a very good point. Oh, I wanted to point out, I noticed one thing that has not changed, and I like that you're consistent. Yes. You're still getting the bottle of beer on stage in a green bottle.
Yeah, it's a Rolling Rock.
That has not changed.
It hasn't. Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
The jokes change, the beer stays relatively
the beer is gonna be in a green bottle. Yeah. Like sometimes I just ask whatever's in a green bottle. Like I feel like you can pretty much gauge your beer by the color of the bottle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Clayton, this has been great. I appreciate you coming and doing this again.
Man, no, thanks for having me, as always.
And if I don't know, what is your... Did you have fans hook you up with some smoke after the shows, or think things work out for you in Minneapolis already?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be all right. I think I'll be okay. I think I will make it.
You make it?
Yeah, I filled up on edibles on the plane ride over here.
Oh,
so I'm not entirely sure that's worn off all the way. I think I overdid it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's something wrong with it when you're in the air. I do more crying in the air.
Oh, no.
Yeah, edibles in however 30,000 feet, that's tears, buddy.
Oh, no. Drop me off.
Yeah, I'm like, look, y'all can go. I just want to get out. Just let me out.
Drop me off. You need to do that like Will Smith, jump out of that plane.
Oh, no. No, I can't. So if you watch that episode, his father-in-law jumps out the plane and basically has a heart attack or a mini something on the way down, and he lands like he's passed out when he lands.
No.
Yeah.
But he's is he doing the tandem thing?
Yeah, he's doing the tandem thing,
yeah.
But everybody else kind of lands with their feet. He just
yeah.
lands with like a
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does it the episode gets a little serious for a minute?
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
No.
I mean, it's like you should see it. It's
Oh no.
Everybody's okay. It did. I'm probably spoiling it, but everybody's okay. But.
I don't think so because I probably wouldn't be watching it until you just said that.
Right,
Now I will.
Right. Yeah, no, you got to know the selling point sometimes.
Wow. Thank you, Clayton.
No, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, continued success.
Yes, you too, brother.